Good evening everyone, and welcome to the continuation of this series where we examine the answers to the just concluded 2023 WAEC English Language Paper 1. In this series, we shall take on the second section, at section 2, question 11 to question 20, which usually comes with the instruction best complete. So this basically deals with issues on collocation, and it also deals with issues on commonly misused expressions. So with that in mind, we shall take on the first question, which is question 11. The aggrieved customers staged a fierce dash on the street. A. Fight. B. Protest. C. Argument. D. Contest. Now, like I said at the beginning, this section entirely deals with problems on collocations and commonly misused expressions. Alright? Now, if there's something on the street, is it going to be a fight on the street or protest on the street if people are aggrieved, or argument on the street or contest on the street? The answer is protest on the street. So when people are aggrieved, they go for protest on the street. Question 12. The accused was brought before the jury for a court dash. A. Court sitting, court hearing, court judging, court proceedings. Now, if we talk about collocation, okay, so which words among these options is going to collocate to a court? Is it court sitting or court hearing or court judging or court proceeding? Court sitting is a common collocation. We don't hear things like that in everyday English. Court hearing is also possible, but court judging is not possible. It's not a collocation. It's not a possible collocation in this context. Then court proceeding is also a possible collocation. But the answer to this question is B, which is court hearing. Now, if you look at the question very well, you'll find that the question is talking about the accused. So, if the accused is brought, it's going to be for a hearing. The accused cannot be brought for a sitting. No, the accused cannot be brought for a sitting. The accused can only be brought for a hearing. Then you may ask, what about court proceeding? Yes, court proceeding may also be possible here, but I want you to understand that court proceeding encompasses court hearing. Court proceeding is like the judgment that is going to be passed by the jury. If the accused is brought before the jury, he or she is not brought first for proceeding, but he is brought for hearing first. In other words, court hearing comes before court proceeding. So when a court has listened to the accused, they pass their judgment. The judgment being passed is termed court proceeding. But overall, everything that takes place in the process of passing judgment over an issue in a court can be termed court proceeding. But for this context, the accused was brought before the jury for a court hearing. And like I said, court hearing will now lead to court proceeding. Question 13. From his dash, one can tell he is an athlete. A. Physique. B. Stature. C. Gait. D. Anatomy. Okay, that is like someone coming out and say, from the way the person looks. So the only option here that describes the way a person looks is physique. That is his appearance. Stature cannot go there because this one talks about height. So you cannot tell that a person is an athlete from his or her height. Okay, but from the overall build-up, we are talking about the overall build-up of a person, then use the word physique. So from his overall build-up, his stature and his muscular build-up, you can tell that he's an athlete. While gait is the way a person walks. 14. The death of the journalist is still dashed in mystery. A. Conveyed. B. Shadowed. C. Shrouded. D. Confined. Now, if you look at this question very closely, it is figurative. Okay, but in that figure of speech, we are going to look at words that are commonly pieced together to say what they are trying to say in this context. All right, that is collocation now. So when you hear something like something is hidden in mystery or kind of, it is shrouded in mystery. It's not conveyed in mystery or shadowed in mystery. So shrouded in mystery is a figurative expression, which means something is unclear or is still not known. All right? So that is that on that. Question number 15. The defendant was charged with dash because he caused his neighbor's death. A. Fratricide. B. Patricide. C. Genocide. D. Homicide. Good. So now this is a collocation on when someone causes the death of another person. All the words here are about causing the death of some persons, but as far as this context is concerned, it is homicide. That's the correct answer. Fratricide is the killing of one's brother or sister, but this is talking about a neighbor, so we cannot consider fratricide. Patricide is killing of one's father. That is not the case in this context. Genocide is the killing of a large number of people, okay? So, and that's not the context of this question. At the end of the day, we are left with D, which is homicide. Question 16. Seeing a young crop dash from the soil is a rare experience. A. Trail. B. Sprout. C. Project. D. Creep. This is another problem on collocation, okay, pertaining to a crop that is growing. So for a crop to grow, okay, you use the word sprout from the soil. Question number 17. Lawyers are still making efforts to interpret the new dash. A. Language. B. Technique. C. System. D. Statutes. This is something that has to do with lawyers interpreting something. Are lawyers going to be seeking to interpret a language? No, that's going to be very rare. To interpret a new technique, the correct answer here is statute. The lawyers can only seek to interpret a statute, where statute is another word that can mean a law. Okay? 18. The cargo was intercepted on C by dash. A. Pirate. B. Thieves. C. Terrorists. D. Robbers. Okay, this is a case of robbery on the sea. The persons that rob on the sea are called pirates. So the correct answer is A. Question 19. The doctor's dash Bolan's grandmother after the heart attack. A. Regenerated. B. Resuscitated. C. Resurrected. D. Revivified. So this is a collocation on getting somebody to recover after a heart attack. So the right word is resuscitated. When someone passes on briefly, okay, to get the person to be revived, you use the word resuscitate. 20. Because the couple cannot agree on many things, their relationship is now dash. A. Stressed. B. Uneasy. C. Strained. D. Tensed. The correct answer here is strained. Because the couple cannot agree on many things, their relationship is now what? Strained. That is, the relationship is now beginning to break down. So, that is that on section 2 of the 2023 just concluded WAEC English Language Paper 1. See you in our next video when we shall be discussing section 3 of the paper.